But yeah, great.
Hot! And there's something I like about them people on my show, you know. May I try to talk and Jesus. Anyway, let me get back to an Oreo cookie. This is Nicky Blaze, and I'm here with the beautiful, the queen of Flexxfm. Why is she taking a deep breath? Look at her, Miss Gail Amoy. It's a pleasure.
Thanks for having me, Nicky.
That's all you're gonna say?
Yeah.
When I say queen, you like took a deep breath. You are a queen.
Yeah, Empress.
Stephen, why difference?
Hey!
What difference between the Empress and the Queen?
I'm just saying.
Shariah.
She's wrong.
Don't.
Okay.
Let's not go there. So, Gail.
Yes, Nicky.
What is it about Flex?
I think that we've set, well, let me go back to the initial stages of Flexxfm. 5 years ago, TC and myself decided that we needed something with some sort of purpose on air. And Flexxfm was born. I mean, there are other radio stations, there are other online radio stations, and but there's only one Flexxfm. Yeah. And we needed something that served not just for a medium for music, but for good conversation, good people, a good team, and talk shows with relevance that makes sense. So we combined everything. We got some great personalities, and we formed Flexxfm 5 years ago. We just moved into this wonderful new space, and we're happy. It's more like a rebirth for us. And we're very proud of it. So we're starting over again. So we're gonna not erase the 5 years because we've made the name now, but we're gonna start. It's a new page that we've started, and we're happy. I'm happy for it. I'm anxious to see where it's gonna go.
5 years. Tell me what you see 5 years from now.
5 years from now, a bigger space, maybe our own building. Movie sets. I'm thinking.
So you are. You're really liking this movie thing.
We're thinking huge. And we've just started this whole production, and we want to add different things. We want to bring in other people with various talents that we can offer. So when we say now Flexxfm is now a entertainment entity, everybody can come here for whatever aspect, doing your music videos, production, promotion, sales, marketing, everything.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
You're a passionate woman when it comes on to certain stuff, right? So do you remember ever a time when you starting up this baby where the stress lick you so bad that you want to be like, I'm done? And then a few years later, looking back, you're like, thank God I didn't make that decision.
I think we did that in the second year. And I can remember, I was just saying that to DJ Steven, that do you remember when we got that office space where we were before, and TC, myself, and DJ Steve were there painting?
I've heard stories.
Wait, trust me, that day alone, we cussed at each other. I didn't even know that it would have lasted a week. Everything that Flexxfm was, TC, Steven, myself started that, and from painting the wall to going to thrift shop to get a desk and stuff, because we didn't have any money. We started Flexxfm with $500. We didn't even know where the first rent was coming from.
Wow.
But we believed in our talent, and this is our passion, and the Lord provided.
Right.
You know, maybe not as abundantly as people think, but we're still coming out of our pockets and then paying for certain things. But we're on the right path, and we're not giving up.
And what I love about Flexxfm is that the foundation was set from the jump, where it's a family-oriented play. Because if you guys weren't that family-oriented, the argument y'all had that week,
and still we still quarreling.
Who you telling?
Trust me, and you know that. TC and I still quarrel. But you know what?
Does TC make you cry too?
Not anymore.
No. Okay.
Where we're coming from, and you're looking back now, it's like it was worth it. Yeah, the sweat and the go do this and hang out the phone and slam down the phone and I don't want to talk to you, and but it's worth it. Right. No regrets.
You shouldn't, because I know that, not because I'm a part of it, but I know that Flexxfm leaving some nice footprints out there.
Yeah.
And it's good when I could hear somebody talk about Flexxfm.
Yes. In a positive way.
In a positive way. And we have listeners from all over the world,
all
right?
All over the world.
It's a good look. It's a good look.
And we appreciate our listeners. There are people who started. You are one of our first listeners from another station that we were at as well.
I was a stalker.
And well, I wouldn't go that far, but maybe you were.
Yeah, because you're not my type.
But you know, we appreciate our listeners, and we hope that with this new page that we're turning, that we'll gain more listenership as well, from all walks of life. You know, because we'll have a show just for everybody.
And your show, let's get to the juicy.
Well, you know, I must apologize for my few fans that I have out there for, you know, not being on the G spot. But as you all know, that my dad died, and then afterwards I just felt so demotivated. I didn't want to do anything. And a couple months after, I tried to come back and broke down on air. So I said, you know what, I'm just going to take a year off and chill and, you know, find myself, do some soul searching. And
you found yourself?
I found myself. I've always, you know who I am. But, you know, when you lose someone so close to you, because I'm my daddy's girl, it takes away a part of you and what you stand for. But it's good to be back. I'll be here every Wednesday from 8 until 10, back with the G Spot. It's still the same thing. You know, the show is for adults only. We're going to talk about everything. We can talk about politics and still get a bit naughty with it. We're going to talk about relationship issues. We're going to talk about stuff that girlfriends sit and talk about. Not the norm. It's sometimes unconventional. And I give you my take on it. So when people hear the G Spot, there's a little smirk.
G-spot.
You know, especially when I put on my radio voice and say G-spot. So, you know, people... G-spot. So, you know, people have this little smirk on their faces. But it's actually the Gail spot. It's not the G-spot. But if you want to...
So what's Gail spot? Can I find out what Gail spot?
You'll have to be intimate with me in order to find out what my G-spot is.
Two-pot cover your shit.
Okay. Well, I'm not saying you. Oh, my God. But I'm happy to be back. I was busy, you know, there are other things that I do as well, as you know.
Yeah.
So I was more focused on that. Something where I'm more behind the scene and not in front of the camera. So, you know, if I want to break down, I can break down behind my computer and deal with stuff there. I do publicist for a couple artists, and so that was taking up my time. But I'm happy to be back. I'm looking forward to it. I'm not going to give you a date as well as yet. It could be next week or it could be another 2 weeks. But it will be announced.
Until then, just hold on to the G-spot.
Until then, just keep your G-spot
wet.
Moist and ready for me, because I'm coming full and hard this time.
Ooh, full and hard.
G-spot.
G-spot.